Alright, so we are in Centralia. Typically, this is where people would park in front of the cemetery. You can see no parking sign, which we actually littered all down this road over here. We'll show you that though. The entrance to the highway was over there. Power YouTube, we're gonna go over there. Get over there, we see another no parking sign. Be towed away. Because if you didn't park in there where I showed you, vehicles would just be lined up along the street here. And as you can see, nobody's parked here. There is a decent amount of people out here. Even over there on that pole, you can see no parking. The entrance to the highway. And this, however, is not posted. And look, I mean, there's no real reason to come on here. Look, I mean, you just got dirt piles on top of dirt piles. I'll take a couple more mounds in here. But again, no real reason to come out here. It's just, I mean, what are you gonna do? Climb on dirt piles? Maybe crystal picking. Because that rock over there looks like it might have crystals on it, wherever they got the dirt from. But this entire road, all the way down, was just covered in graffiti. People would come here to spray paint and whatnot. So as far as this aspect, to come visit Centralia, probably not, unless you want to see the after effect. When this was shut down, you could step up like I have, and you can see it's just dirt mounds all over. Path that runs over here. This area, you actually have trees and whatnot. As you can see, there's ATV riders, off-road riders. You have trees that are still heavily spray painted. Heavily spray painted. You can see there's people up there as well. So I mean, if you're looking for spray paint, odd stuff spray paint, there's still stuff here. We will show you the rest of the town. We will show you other stuff. Now, this is the sign that I was looking for that somebody posted in the group. Public access project, cooperation with you and guests on this property. Hunting is permitted. So I mean, the misconception in the group about, hey, as I almost fall, again, this is not marked private property. Even up there, it's not said keep off this. This is showing public land access. No ATVs, no motorized vehicles, no camping, no littering. Basically, you're allowed to hunt here. So to walk out there shouldn't be an issue. As you can see, there's other people walking out there. It's not a whole lot to see though. So there's the misconception. Again, there's a group that I run, the link will be down below. You can check it out. There's a big argument going on. The highway area, I would assume, is public access from what I see here. Hunting is permitted. Through the courtesy of the landowners, respect his rights and wishes. So you can hunt here, but don't do this stuff here. So I mean, a Pennsylvania Game Commission. The road runs parallel to the cemetery, which I showed you, where most people would pull in and park, or park on the main part of the road, where all the no parking signs are. As you can see, this is getting a little graffitied up. I mean, this will give you a very, like, a 1% of what the highway with all those mounds that I showed you would look like, because almost every square inch of that highway was lit up. It looked really cool. It was a huge attraction. We met people that came here for the first time today. They really wanted to see the highway, and it was on their bucket list. And all you get to see of the highway now is dirt mounds. But if you can see over there, there's a church. Just below that, a couple streets, there's another street that's kind of lit up with graffiti, kind of like this. We'll just go ahead and walk up this. So if your whole purpose was to come out here to look at a road covered in graffiti, you can still do that. I will try to show you some staircases that go to nowhere. I will also try to show you some fire hydrants if I can find them, and other like foundations and whatnot, showing there was a big town here at once. Not a massive town, but much more than what there is now. That goes to the back part of the cemetery. Right now, I'm standing in an intersection. Street that goes that way, street that goes that way. There would have been houses over here where this is all grown in. Would have been houses in here. Would have been houses in here. We will cover a lot more ground I'm with my car and try to find some stuff. I'll just go ahead and walk up here a little bit. Maybe we'll be able to see some type of foundation. You see a sidewalk here though. There's a sidewalk that runs along here. power lines going down the street for what? There's no buildings, because there was buildings here. There's a nice curb over there. Try to see in here, see any type of foundation or anything. There are staircases that lead to nowhere. We'll find some of that probably when I get in my car, because like I said, I'm on foot, and again, you see spray paint. The spray paint's going to go across this town eventually. And here we have another large road, sidewalk. There would have been houses over here. There would have been houses over here. You can see people down there walking. Here, up here, we'll go up here to the corner. You can see fence, just as well as a brick frontage, not a brick, but maybe a stone frontage that would have been a blockade from people into somebody's property. And there's actually something going on in there. We'll check that out. But here, fencing for what? For houses. There were houses here. I'm going to say that over and over again just to really get it into your head, because if you come through this town and there's a fire hydrant all the way up there, and again, no houses. There were houses here. This was a bustling community. See a nice stone wall here. It's good to learn history. It's good to come through here and actually appreciate what is still here. Again, if you came here to spray paint and whatnot, obviously people are still doing it, but that shouldn't be the only reason that you come here. Walking, guys. This is a good area to walk. Even just to get out and get some exercise. As you can see, we got more graffiti just spreading out through the town. Again, houses would have been here, over there. You can see a nice pine here that somebody probably planted. It's definitely an eerie feeling to walk around in empty streets like this. You see, obviously, you got litter bugs that'll come here and find this opportune place to dump their stuff. See a brick. You can see other clean fill materials that would have been to a structure or a building. Same thing with all in here. I mean, photo opportunity minus this garbage. Look what we got up ahead. Tell me that won't make a great photo. Because people lived here, there's also different types of flowers that normally wouldn't grow wild here. But when people had their houses, they plant the flowers, and the flowers remained even though the people are gone. I'm actually going to take this photo. Then you got stuff like this. I'm not sure what these are, but they're pretty neat. So I'll walk you a little bit further up and then go to my car and do a little driving around. As you can see, this is getting covered too. So the whole graffiti highway itself is mounded, and people are taking it on to these dead streets. That's what they are. They're dead streets. There's really no reason for anybody to be on these streets. There's no buildings, there's no stores, there's no houses. Down a little bit further, there are still a couple people that are living here, but this upper section, these are dead streets. You can see a curb right here. You can see a curb, probably see the rounded part of the curb over here. And again, we got flowers growing. Different types of flowers. This looks like a drain. There's some type of drainage system here. There's a sidewalk. You can see a sidewalk in there. A cobblestone sidewalk. Again, extremely eerie, but to me, it's still worth coming to. I'm gonna go ahead and take a couple pictures, and then maybe we'll be at our car. I keep saying we're gonna get to the car. We're gonna get to the car. I don't mind a little bit of exercise. So like if you want to go on a hike, this town would be a great town to hike in. There's no traffic on these roads. My car, but again, guys, I'm trying to show you life that was here. Manhole cover. Again, no buildings. There were buildings here. There was a town here. There's tons still to see here that you could piece together, kind of like a puzzle, and imagine what was here. Imagine the town that was here. Obviously there's stuff on the internet that will show what this town was, and the slow decline of the town and the history of the town. But today, as of today, this is what this town is, and I'm trying to show you what you can come here and do if that's on your bucket list. Like some people that have came here today, unfortunately they're not going to be able to see the highway the way it was, but there's still a lot to see in this town. There's still history in this town that should not be forgotten, and tons of vegetation. Again, there would be houses here, and the earth is taking over. The earth is taking this town back over. You can see, I don't know if this is a cement pad over here, or if this, yeah, that's the cement pad. So there's a pad here. I would venture to say this is probably somebody's driveway. That's a rather large pad. I don't see anything else because, again, Mother Nature is taking over. But yeah, extremely large pad here. You can see there would have been something in there, 2 holes in there. Pretty cool. Again, it's like a puzzle. Piece it together, walk through here, see stuff, imagine what was here. That's the whole, I think that's the value of this place that it still holds. I can't understand. No parking. Unauthorized vehicles will be towed at owner's expense. But who owns this? I'm pretty sure this is still a part of the town. I'm pretty sure this is still, despite the fact that there are no houses here, this is still public property. So this sign doesn't quite make sense to me, because you should be able to park on a public street. I don't know. There's a lot of gray areas here. There's a lot of signs that are placed in areas, whether they should or shouldn't be. I'm not going to debate that. But as far as the highway, like I showed you the sign going into the side of the highway, it says you can hunt there. They don't want ATVs and other stuff like that. But as far as not parking on a public street, that's what this is. That's a little mind-boggling to me. Nice grate here. It's really nice. Heavy steel off of the main road. This would be the main road. Most people would probably come down there at the intersection, turn up left. You can come in a back way to come this way. And again, where we started the video was up there, kind of where those cars are parked, a little bit further up by the cemetery. And we're just gonna go down here. There's a fire hydrant that I pointed out way down there. You can see a vehicle on the road. There's still people out here basically doing what I'm doing, basically showing you what value this place still has. It's a historical value. Are you gonna come out here and have the time of your life? Probably not. You definitely photo shoot, hike, and again, puzzle piece this place, because like I've said a million times, there's no houses here. What's this fire hydrant doing here? There were houses here. And we'll give you a good look at this fire hydrant. And then I think we will be at the car. Never getting to the car. As you can see, there's a grate here, and off to the left there's a property that's heavily fenced in, and again, another road that leads to nowhere. Vegetation everywhere. Mother Nature is claiming this place back. The car, I promise, guys. We're gonna do some driving around. But again, you have flowers, really nice flowers. I believe this is where the mayor's house was. I was in the mayor's house prior to it being torn down, because as people die here, they level the houses. They don't get to sell them, the family doesn't get them. And the only thing that I can see here that shows sign of a property is a metal pole that sticks off this building right there. And if you look under it, what was it? Hold on. Come on, Brighton. There we go, a birdhouse. So that's pretty cool. We are in the section that I was telling you about on the other side of town. You can see some graffiti. That's actually a nice mushroom somebody did. The car. We found the car. We got to the car. We were driving. This is actually one of my favorite spots here, and always has been. I'm not going to give you the exact location. Go explore the town. It's not hard to find. But this is a nice overlook. As you can see, the guardrail is spray painted out the wazoo. It's a nice brick foundation down there, or stone foundation that's spray painted, which we'll actually go ahead and walk down. See, trees got spray paint on them. So again, through the course of this video, I might be a little bit repetitive just because repetition kind of drills things into your head. If you came here to spray paint, I don't really condone you coming up here to do it. But if you came here to see spray paint, there's plenty of spray paint to see. Myself, the historical value in this town still exists. It's still a treasure hove or however you say that, of stuff to find. Like right here, there's probably a massive house back there. You can see the foundation here. There's much larger foundation this way. We just continue walking down here. There is a really nice church here if you're into architecture. And again, photo op. This town is littered with photo ops. There's a cinder block right here with a tree growing out of it. I don't know if that's still a part of the foundation that we've seen over there. Safety zone, hunters keep out. Signs all over this place. Some of the signs make sense, some of the signs make absolutely no sense. Look down here, there's a fire ring down there. Just really peaceful place to come, despite the fact the history of it, which is not, I guess, so peaceful, I guess. The fact that so many people kind of moved out due to whether it was the government wanting the land, coal company wanting the land, or what they said, actual serious danger because a coal vein caught on fire. And yes, you can still see smoke. It's not it's kind of moved away from the town slightly. It's near the town. Maybe I was here not too long ago, but maybe I'll pipe in a video of myself. I recorded the smoke here. This is pretty cool. Again, don't really condone you coming up here and spray painting. People are going to do it regardless. That's what people came to this area to do, is spray paint the highway. And bam, you need some spray paint in your life. Here we go. And look at this wall, man. This wall stretched all the way over there, all the way up, and who knows. And the opposite side of the town here, you see a massive wall. Don't know what this would have been for. It looks pretty industrial to me. Like, I doubt this was somebody's foundation. You can see there's probably wire or something that was ran straight down as well. That's a thick cement wall. It runs down and up, and clearly it's spray painted. Up here you can see guardrails. They're all spray painted. I'll take you up there. Nice lookout point. Actually, my favorite part of this town is that lookout. The lookout point that I was telling you about, my favorite spot here. But we encounter another foundation, heavily grown in. As we get down here, you'll be able to see it a little bit better. So again, put the puzzle pieces together. Imagine what was here. Take a hike, enjoy the walk. There's not a ton of great graffiti here, so as far as that goes, that you're not going to be impressed by that. But again, this road is starting to be covered. Where I have my car, it's a bit covered. It's the graffiti covered road, and here's my favorite part of this town, just because of the lookout. We're clearly on a higher level, but we oversee a street. And can you imagine this with houses all around, less vegetation? Dude, if you stood here, you'd probably be able to see houses all. It was probably a great view of the town when it was still bustling back in the day. Same thing with this piece of wood. Come on, put the puzzle together. Hinges. There was clearly at one point a door attached to this. This was probably a pillar for a door or something. There's another hinge there that I actually didn't even see. Tons of stuff, and back there you can see a little bit of stonework. And the road kind of ends here. That's where this guardrail ends as well. Stairway that leads to nowhere. You can see a little foundation pad here. Not much of anything else though. Like I said, when they pass, like when the residents pass, if they didn't sell their house to the government or whatever, they took a buyout, I believe it was, and then once they pass, the relatives don't get the house. No stairway that goes to nowhere. Basically just up to a cement pad. You've wandered around the town, you've gone on your hike, your bike ride, whatever. You've done the whole puzzle piece thing. The church is definitely a nice piece of architecture. I highly recommend it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Now you've been informed. This is as of today.